Since September 11, 2001, the Tunnels to Towers Foundation has been helping America's heroes by providing mortgage-free homes to Gold Star and fallen first responder families with young children, and by building specially adapted smart homes for catastrophically injured veterans and first responders. Tunnels to Towers uses their platform to share stories of connection, even involving sports. The Titans' trip to Jacksonville on September 23, 2001, provided one of those stories.
So about 8:30, I get a phone call from my daughter. And she says, "Dad, do you know what's going on?" Now I go from somebody totally unaware to eventually the puzzle's starting to come together. I have a son in that second tower.
Tim Coughlin, at that point, 29 years old, worked for Morgan Stanley, was in Tower 2.
He is located on the 60th floor of the second tower. And I don't know anything about anything because no one in my family can get a hold of my son. I can't get through, I can't get through, I can't get through.
I remember hearing that Tom Coughlin's son was unaccounted for. And that just kind of ripped my heart out.
And then we see the second tower take the hit.
For 45 minutes, Tom and his late wife did not know the fate of Tim.
I get him when he's on the first floor. I finally get him. And I'm saying, "Tim, you all right?" "Yeah, we're moving, Dad." And I'm trying to be as calm as I can, but Tim, you get as far away from there as you possibly can. Only by the grace of God, the Holy Spirit took my son by the hand and walked him out of there. But there are so many that that's not the outcome, and our hearts pour out to all of them.
Back at Alltel Stadium in Jacksonville prior to
The Jacksonville
kickoff,
Jaguars are the Tennessee Titans' biggest rivals, and vice versa.
During those 3 hours and 15 minutes, it wasn't pretty.
You know, it was a fist fight with helmets on.
The meetings between Tom Coughlin and Jeff Fisher after any game, regardless of the outcome, were very brief.
Oh, it was a classic stick your hand out but turn your head away.
Yeah, very brief, professional.
Yeah, sorry, enjoy the ride home after that.
There was just no connection in any way, shape, or form.
The Jaguars win the toss, elected.
Our first game back was September 23rd, 2001, in Jacksonville, Florida, against the Jaguars.
It was game day, you know. It was game day.
It was more about, okay, we're here to help. Come embrace this thing that we do on Sundays and get your mind off it.
So the final score is 13-6 Jaguars.
Game was over, and I found Coach.
Jeff Fisher hugged Tom Coughlin.
I don't know if I was ready for it.
In that moment, there were two dads.
It was two fathers, yeah.
And he knew what I had gone through, thinking about what it would have been like for him. Wasn't a lot of verbiage. It was a hug. It was a hug. It was a hug that said, "Hey, I'm there for you. I'm compassionate about it."
Not that we'd lost perspective. We were competing together, and you know, that all those things are out. You know, they don't count anymore. You know, we know what really counts.
How's Tim doing today?
He's doing well. You know, he's done remarkably well with it. And every 9/11, I call, tell him how much I love him, and tell him that God saved him for a reason. And one of the reasons that I personally, and I know my son, has such unbelievable respect for the firemen, okay? Tim is on his way down in the second tower. They're going up.
And although our foundation was born out of tragedy, we know there is more goodness in this world than evil. And when we come together as Americans, we can be the conduits of this goodness.
I'm so thankful that organizations like this don't let us forget.
If we ever forget, we are, I don't care how many years go by. You can't forget.
And I'm not alone. I'm speaking on behalf of Tunnel to Towers. We got to build more, and they can get bigger, and they can take care of more, because there's just so much need out there.
You're supposed to take each day as a gift. You're supposed to enjoy each day. You're supposed to, and boy, the day that I got my son back was a day that Judy and I, that was a good day.